2023 Subaru Solterra First Drive, putting a bit of adventure in EV. With 8.3 inches of ground clearance and 220+ miles of range, the new Solterra is ready for the outdoors. There's a sense of familiarity when you enter the new 2023 Subaru Solterra. The start button is where it's supposed to be, the side mirror controls are located on the door panel, and the entire interface from the digital instrument cluster to the infotainment system looks like business as usual. Unlike some of the electric cars that have debuted recently, there's no learning curve, hidden buttons, or leading-edge technology to cause anxiety. Although the cabin looks more familiar to Toyota buyers than it does to Subaru loyalists, the Solterra is as simple as electric cars go. If you're unfamiliar with the company's first fully electric SUV, here are a few details behind its creation. The 2023 Subaru Solterra is the result of a collaboration between Toyota and Subaru. The automakers jointly developed an electric vehicle platform to produce an SUV for each brand. Each had an equal say on the product, from design to engineering to product planning. Toyota is manufacturing both SUVs in Japan, but Subaru assured us the Solterra met its wishes, while the new bZ4X satisfied Toyota's requirements. What about range? A dual-motor setup earns the 2023 Subaru Solterra permission to use the automaker's symmetrical all-wheel drive system branding and delivers 215 horsepower and 249 lb-ft of torque. Premium trims get 228 miles of range, while limited and touring models see a slight drop, 222 miles, because of their bigger tires. Subaru says the 72.8 kWh lithium-ion battery needs about 56 minutes to reach 80% state of charge on a DC fast charger, and its maximum charging capacity is 100 kilowatts. On a level 2 home charger, it should take about 9 hours to get a full battery. Although the Solterra's range isn't as impressive as other electric vehicles, like the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6, Subaru wasn't interested in sacrificing capability. The new Solterra features 8.3 inches of ground clearance, the most of any electric SUV in the segment, which hurts its range because it increases the amount of aerodynamic drag. But more ground clearance means better approach, departure, and breakover angles, and like other Subaru owners, Solterra customers will likely go off-road. And although the SUV competes with the aforementioned Korean models, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, and Tesla's Model Y, its dimensions are closer to those of a Toyota RAV4. How's the cabin? The 2023 Subaru Solterra will be available in premium, limited, and touring trims, and it comes well equipped from the start. An 8.0-inch touchscreen is standard, while limited and touring models get a bigger 12.3-inch display. Regardless of size, both screens come with Toyota's latest infotainment system, which has Google Maps navigation and is compatible with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The system is easy to use, has nice graphics, and offers an intelligent assistant that responds to commands when you say "Hey, Subaru." The assistant can change some cabin settings like the temperature and can turn on the wipers, but it requires a subscription to connect to the cloud for Google Maps navigation. The first year of this service is complimentary, but after that owners will have to pay a monthly fee. Based on our first drive experience, we'd go for the subscription. For example, say, "Hey Subaru, take me to a charger," and a list of the closest chargers appears on the screen. If you decline the subscription, you'll lose this feature as well as the driving range estimate to your destination when using the built-in Google Maps. Subaru hasn't announced how much it plans to charge for using the cloud, but Toyota prices its service at $16 per month or $160 per year. We expect Subaru's prices to be similar. The cabin is well equipped beyond the fun tech. We drove a Solterra Premium base model and were pleased with the number of features it carried. Heated seats, dual zone A/C, and 4 USB ports are standard, including 2 for the second row. We're not huge fans of the A/C's capacitive touch controls, though we appreciate the hard buttons to turn the temperature up or down and to adjust fan speed. The cabin overall is spacious for both passengers and cargo. We found the second row seating position is a bit too low, but the enormous amount of legroom compensates for the high knee position. The seats fold flat, and you can lower the cargo floor to accommodate taller items. You can also use a small compartment beneath the cargo floor for storage. However, the Solterra lacks a frunk, as Subaru used the space to package the EV's inverters and cables under the hood. A minor complaint, the digital instrument cluster lies atop the dashboard but far away from the driver, and the steering wheel partially blocked our view of it. Unlike most cars where you see the speedometer through the steering wheel, this layout is designed so drivers see over the wheel. But it didn't work for us. Also, we're not fans of the piano black trim used on the center console. As usual, it's shiny and gets dirty easily with fingerprints. How does it drive? Like other electric vehicles, the 2023 Subaru Solterra takes advantage of its motor's instant torque delivery, but don't expect these first versions to feel like insta. It has sufficient power for easy freeway merging and for high-speed passing, but it doesn't impress like other SUVs in the category. That's not its purpose, though. Subaru and Toyota wanted to build an SUV that feels as normal or natural as possible, and the Solterra delivers on that effort. It's not the most exciting electric SUV to drive, but it hits the basics while hopefully providing the reliability and off-road capability Toyota and Subaru are known for. Subaru expects the Solterra to reach 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds. That figure places it toward the bottom of the class, but it's not necessarily bad. Torque seems limited with normal mode engaged, but select power mode, and the Solterra delivers more oomph. Its all-wheel drive system can send up to 60% of the torque to the rear wheels under hard acceleration, making the initial feeling of thrust more apparent. Eco mode is the opposite, cutting power to preserve the battery. The Solterra's ride impressed us, mostly. The damping system feels great, tackling road imperfections with ease while keeping the chassis settled. Even on poorly maintained dirt roads, the Solterra's suspension kept things relatively quiet in the cabin, and it doesn't feel like a heavy EV. Its steering isn't as extraordinary, it's soft and doesn't deliver as much feel as we'd like, even when you select power mode. Off the pavement, though, the Solterra proves to be a Subaru at heart. On a trail in the Tonto National Forest outside of Phoenix, we got on three wheels without losing traction, and with the help of X mode with grip control, we maintained a controlled pace while ascending or descending hills. This wasn't the most hardcore off-roading experience, but the Solterra proved itself rather capable. How much does it cost? Prices for the 2023 Subaru Solterra have not been announced, but we expect it will start around $42,000 not counting any state or federal tax credits. However, buyers interested in a Solterra but who didn't get to place a reservation will have to wait. Subaru is producing only 6,500 units this year, and all of them are accounted for. The company said it expects to offer significantly more units in 2023, though exactly how many remains to be confirmed.